Cinema Classics is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.org.
The award-winning Cinema Classics. The award-winning Cinema... Boy, my... yeah, I know. The award-winning Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org. I'm John DeSando.
I'm Johnny DiLoretto. This is Cinema Classics.
It is.
We just keep talking about movies coming out.
We did a job on September, October last week.
Yeah, it's in the middle of our fall preview. Let's not even start. Let's just go.
All right.
There's too many films.
November, and start out with a kind of odd one. The Killing of a Sacred Deer?
Yeah, by the director of The Lobster.
Yeah, I love it.
Which was interesting.
Yeah,
so
and starring Colin Farrell again.
Okay, cool.
He's this little kid is trying to hook his mother up with a surgeon who was played by Colin Farrell.
And I hear the kid is terrifying. Is that
I don't know that. I don't know that.
I don't know. It said prepare to be scared. That's what I heard.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
This is an interesting film. The Last Flag Flying.
Yeah.
Which is a Richard Linklater film. It's a sequel to 1973's The Last Detail with Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is not in this movie?
No, apparently
and I don't want to see it.
Why no?
There you go.
And how could they ever replicate that diner scene?
Well, that's Five Easy Pieces. So you're already on the wrong movie. Wrong movie. Last Detail was Jack Nicholson escorting Randy Quaid to prison. It was to the brig.
Yeah.
And it was written by Robert Towne. It was mostly famous for its really over-the-top usage of the F word at that time.
All right.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. It just because I love those movies from the 70s.
Well, Steve Carell's in it, and Bryan Cranston and Lawrence Fishburne. I don't know. Let's give it a chance.
This is so stupid.
All right.
Okay. No, that's just silly. It doesn't make any sense.
Look, at one to please everybody, Murder on the Orient Express.
Yes, I was just looking at that. Murder on the Orient Express. What a cast!
And one of my favorites, Kenneth Branagh, plays the detective here called
Poirot.
Yeah,
Hercule Poirot.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks like one of those fun throwback movies with an all-star cast.
Yeah.
They haven't done that in a long time. I wonder if it will still play.
Well, fresh from her triumph, no doubt, as Queen Victoria, Judi Dench is back. I think she's trying to get all these in before she dies.
What is it now?
Oh.
What? Oh, she in Murder on the Orient Express?
Yeah.
Oh, is she? Oh, brother. Okay. Molly's Game. Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Molly's Game with Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
I put it down here because the plot synopsis is so absurd. It sounds like a comedy. An Olympic skier. It's about an Olympic skier and the illicit poker game she ran.
Right? Molly Bloom.
Is that?
Yeah.
I mean, is that fodder for a movie now?
Well, listen.
It sounds...
It's worth going to see just for Costner.
Well, Kevin Costner's in it, yeah. He plays the poker game.
My Tracy says she's Olympic class skier.
Mm.
So I wonder.
So not even, I mean, it
may
sounds
not
less and less interesting by the moment.
Yeah, right. Anyway, well, I think the oddest one coming out in November, December would have to be Rooney Mara, starring as Mary Magdalene.
Yeah. Well, here, let's take one of the most interesting figures of religious history and make the most boring woman in the world play her.
That is just so wrong. She's not that boring.
She is.
It seems
like
odd.
There's very little ever going on in Rooney Mara's face.
She is a low-key actress.
Low key. She's no key. I mean, it's ridiculous.
All right, you want ridiculous?
Yes, I do.
Downsizing with Matt Damon.
Now, see, this is a movie I can get behind. It's directed by somebody of note.
Alexander Payne.
Alexander Payne, and he actually gets shrunk in it, right?
And it's a take on the Honey I Shrunk the Kids or something.
Well, I don't know if it's a take on it, but I believe he actually plays a guy who is physically shrunken.
Well, look at the guy who does.
So that sounds fun to me. It
Sure
sounds
it
better
does.
than an Olympic skier running a poker match.
Alexander Payne, as you may remember, directed Descendants.
Yeah, I
about
love that
Schmidt,
movie. About Schmidt, he's one of the great
right? And
contemporary auteurs.
and one of the
Nebraska, didn't he do
well,
Nebraska?
the film that made it so that I never bought another bottle of Merlot again.
Sideways? Yeah.
Well, surely we want to see what Paul Thomas Anderson's film is, because we don't even have a title for it yet.
Yeah, we just know it as Paul Thomas Anderson, Untitled Project.
And
PTA.
starring
DDL.
in his last motion picture, He Says.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Day-Lewis,
Daniel
yes.
Day-Lewis.
Right.
Now, I thought there was one that you and I would agree we have to see.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, you're getting so a little bit annoyed with this director. You might not go.
What is it?
It's called Wonder Wheel.
Oh, Woody Allen's
Yeah.
new film? Yeah.
You know, you've been...
I just stick to the ones from 1966 to 1992, and then I'm good.
It's
big. What?
It's got Justin Timberlake and Kate Winslet in it.
Okay. What's it about?
Set in the
What's it
50s.
about?
Is about some middle-aged carousel operator and his beleaguered wife.
Okay.
It could have
Do
been
they run
Woody
a poker game?
That
would be good.
That possibly
You should
could
throw
have
that
been.
in there. You know what? Woody Allen directing a movie about a carousel operator in the 50s who uncovers an illegal poker game run by Mary Magdalene. That sounds like a great film. You know what I'm interested in? The Justice League.
Yeah, boy.
movie. This is cool because...
Because Ben Affleck?
Well, no, this is really interesting. You know, these DC movies have, I think, suffered under the direction of Zack Snyder, who I think is a terrible director. Anytime a human emotion is required, he is unable to direct it. However, this is a terrible tragedy. His daughter, I believe, committed suicide or died.
Yeah.
And so he had to stop directing. And in the middle of the process, Joss Whedon, who directed The Avengers,
Sure.
among other things, came in to finish it. So it's going to have that, you know, I'm anticipating one of those sort of strange directorial mashups a la Spielberg and Kubrick.
Yeah.
You know?
It could work, but it's got Gal Gadot in it.
But, you know, it just could be interesting in a way that I wasn't expecting it to be.
Well, they have to have Henry Cavill, I suppose.
Well, yeah, I mean, Superman has to come back. Don't expect him to come back to the end. He's going to save the day.
But it has J.K. Simmons again for us, so I think it could be interesting. Plus a whole bunch of other people.
Any other requisite?
Willem Dafoe is in it as well. Let me just
is
say
he?
by that.
Oh, cool.
So it's always good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And, you know, so the guiding narrative here is that Wonder Woman finally struck the right chord for DC. The right chord of humor and adventure and superheroics. And so hopefully Joss Whedon, DC took a page out of that book, and they're going to, they reshot this one, I think, with that in mind.
Well, don't you think it's interesting that Wonder Woman and Batman have joined forces to pull together the League to fight a new nemesis?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it sounds like it could be.
Yeah, I'm down.
The one I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. The one I'm really looking forward to is Lady Bird. And this is Greta Gerwig's solo debut as a writer-director.
Mm-hmm.
Starring Saoirse Ronan.
Okay.
All right. Indie film's got all the sound of it, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, what is it?
I
mean, is it about Lady Bird Johnson?
No, it's about a conservative Catholic Sacramento high schooler who wants to flee to the suburbs and hightail it to the Big Apple. So, Big Apple,
Yeah.
Gerwig.
Right. Does she ever leave New York City, do you think?
I don't know.
Is everything shot on her street?
No.
She just walks up and down
I don't know.
one block?
We're just going to have to wait for November and December.
Well, wait, I gotta say
Oh,
this.
wait,
There's
all right.
one more you totally missed.
All right.
Thor, Ragnarok.
Ah, gee.
This one is really going to be good.
No.
This one looks really good.
All right.
Because he's out in space. The Hulk is out there. The Hulk is going to be talking a lot more. They're going to be buddying up. I think this is going to be a really fun one.
Well, your son Franco will look forward to it.